and focus on what do we got to do and how do we fix this and how do we move forward.
And
'Cause it's not one person's fault,
Yeah.
and it's not anything other than just coming to figure out everybody's got to do their job and figure out the best way to move this football team.
And Indiana ran on these guys pretty much. Jordan Howard had 240 yards. I mean, was it pretty obvious to you from the start if you could get something rolling in the running game, it was there?
Well, that's always been the nature of how our offense has rolled, is get the running game going, and we want to try to establish that. And once we got some momentum and some rhythm going in the run game, then that helped us. We were able to move the ball, move inside, switch to outside, kind of keep them off balance, so to speak.
And how close were you guys to having that complete performance offensively today that people were waiting for?
We're still working to get that done. I still would have maybe liked to had a few more passing yards, but for whatever reason that didn't materialize. But at the end of the day, we weren't worried about stats. We were worried about one stat, winning the game, and any other stat other than that, we really didn't care. And so, how to win? How's the best way to win the game?
Did moving the box reduce the operation time?
Absolutely. It reduces operation time. It reduces the processing time. Because when you're down on the field, you have to wait to see on the other hash, where's the ball spotted? Is that 2nd and 6 or is that 2nd and 2? It's a whole different call.
Were there things last week that might have been harder with you on the field? Like, was there see what I'm saying? Like, was there like a changing point where it's like, wow, I wish I was up on the box for that? Or like, what was it that was the most important
I don't
thing?
live in hindsight, so yeah, there's all kinds of things that we could have done better, but that game was over. We had the quicker we put it behind us and move forward, and by Tuesday we did that, and had good practices all week, and our kids responded.
In the first quarter, do you remember there was a timeout called right before Zeke's long run? Remember, did the play change during that time? What was the reasoning and the decision to call the timeout and maybe change the play at that point?
I don't remember specifically. I think that was the play we wanted to call. We just talked it through. Yeah.
You mentioned talking to Jacoby on the headset. How important is a guy like that on the offensive line in making this move, and did that maybe ease up any apprehension you might have had in going?
Well, I have a veteran group, and they're all smart guys, and Jacoby understands what everybody does. I mean, every time we have a test every Friday of what we're going to try to do, and he answers every question for all positions. So, I knew that if something was going on that we need to make some big adjustments, I could just tell him and he would understand. And then my graduate assistant Jimmy, who played in the NFL and played here, he does a good job and understands the offense, so he was there too to be a part of that process.
Did you enjoy flying high today upstairs?
Absolutely, yeah, great.
I mean, that gave you more handle on what was going on, right?
Much more, and be able to have faster operation time and faster processing, and be able to stay one step ahead. Yeah.
Okay.